What's up everybody, Jameson Redding here with the Road Trip Angler, and I am in Washington fishing the Puget Sound. We just spent all day on Duckworth's flagship boat, the 34 Atlas, and what an amazing boat it is. Let's jump into this boat and I'll walk you through what it has going on and how our day was on the water. Before I jump into the boat, I'm just gonna go over the specs real quick. There are a ton of features and I'm gonna miss the majority of them. So be sure to check out Duckworth's website to get all those features and see all the different options that you could get if you were gonna go with a boat like this. But this is a hardcore fishing machine and I wanna just share some of the sizes, the specs that this boat has to offer. To start with, it is 37 feet 1 inch long. So it's a 34-foot boat, but you do have that offshore bracket on the back, so that comes in at 37 feet 1 inch. The beam is 132 inches, the bottom is 125 inches. The sides are 48 inches tall, and the boat weighs in at 11,800 pounds, and that's dry weight. So that's before it's rigged and has all the fuel and everything like that. It does have a 300-gallon tank in it, and you can put up to 900 horsepower on the back, which is what we have. We have twin Yamaha 450 horsepower motors. The dead rise is 39 degrees, the forward is 26, and the transom is 19. So the bow's 39 degrees, forward is 26 degrees, and the transom is 19 degrees. You can only get this boat with twin engines. As I mentioned, we have the twin 450s, but you could also rig it with twin 300s. The maximum displacement on this boat is 19,000 pounds. So the maximum capacities are 12 persons or 1,980 pounds, 5,200 pounds with the motors, persons, and all your gear. Now I'm gonna grab the camera, turn it around, and just do a quick walk through the boat and talk about some of the features and what I found really nice about fishing from this boat. Starting up here at the bow, you'll notice they got the big anchor, and it's electric anchor to pull it because this is a big boat. And just get a reference of how big this guy is. It's a wide boat, very long, but you get a nice sharp entry up front, and we went through quite a bit of chop and it handled it just fine. And I'm gonna step inside this boat just to show you all this, but we've got some sea deck up here, plenty of rod holders all the way around the boat as well. Get a better look at that. Lots of storage down the gunnels and in the bow for all your gear. We do have washdown tanks, or washdown pumps up here, I should say. So you got hose up here as well. Nice spot for the anchor to store there with plenty of capacity there for lines. And you've got your berth down here underneath, and we'll go inside and look at that, but you have a window here to that so you can let some air in if you're staying down there, because there is a head and a place to lay down. And you get that beautiful Duckworth logo across there with that nice arched brow. And up top we do have the Garmin radar. You can see that the windows are very tilted forward, which helps with glare, but also sheds out water if you are out in rough seas. We just got back from fishing, so they're working hard. We got Joey and we got Tom on the back, working hard cleaning this boat up. Again, twin 450s on the stern. We'll move on down the side. One of the nice things about this particular model versus some of the other boats that are on the market, and even the other Duckworth boats, is you have the ability to walk all the way around on both sides and still have that closed-in cabin area. So a lot of them will go all the way across, like the 21 Discovery that we were on. So you don't get to walk all the way around. You have to walk through to get to the bow. But this one you can fish a lot more people because you can access the sides of the boat. You can see they've got rod holders all the way down this gunnel. Before we take a look at the inside, just gonna show you guys the roof. We've got rails all the way around. You can walk around up there to lay things, rig things. We've got rod holders down both sides. We got rocket launchers across the back, so you can really carry tons of gear on this boat. You could even put a dinghy up here if you wanted to, so tons of room on top of the cabin here. You have access doors on both sides, which is nice, so the passengers can come out, the captain could come out as well, especially when you're coming into dock. It's nice to be able to open those doors up and just be able to watch what's going on as you're coming in. Before we go in the cabin and before I show you all that we have going on here in the back, I just want to talk about this area right here. We have this rear station, which is awesome because when you're out on the water and you're fishing, it's nice to be back here and being able to watch your Garmin and control the boat. Today we were actually using the kicker motor to control our drift and our troll. We were actually trolling and using that motor from here and being able to be back in the area where everything is happening, still have full control of the boat from that rear station is super key to stay in the right place. We also have a camera up here, which I thought was awesome as well, because if you're inside, you can also still keep a view on what's going on back here on the back of the boat. For safety reasons, that's awesome, but also just to keep in touch again with what's happening back here if you've got anglers on the back or the stern of the boat. Oh, we got a little audience going. This is awesome. Super expansive, I'm gonna call it the business end, but this cockpit back here is massive. I mean, we fished, what, 5 people on the boat today, 6 people on the boat today, and had tons of room to move around with the camera, move around fishing. And you've got this nice workstation here with your fish box slash bait well on the back, and then you've got they've added a table to it here so they can cut bait and deal with everything that they need to keep everything going back here, keep the action happening. You've got storage under that as well, and then in the floor here underneath this box they actually have the Seakeeper. We did not need it today, it was super calm, but it's nice to know that if you need to calm the boat down while you're out there fishing, you can turn this on and take all that rock right out of the boat. In addition to the 2 450s on the back, we have a 25 horsepower Yamaha kicker motor. Again, that's what we were using today while we were out on the water to control that troll line that we were doing. And we have Canon downriggers on both sides of the boat, which allowed us to troll for those salmon and halibut today. Now we're gonna jump in and I'm just gonna show you the cockpit area. There's a lot of other features. We got a massive fish box here in the floor. I'll show you that. And another one over here. So tons of room for plenty of fish. Again, you have those rocket launchers all the way across here. Storage down the gunnels on both sides all the way down. Just tons of room to carry your gear in here. Large fish boxes again on both sides. I got that one open. There's another one right there. More storage. I really, really like these pass-throughs. You've got doors on both sides here. I didn't mention that earlier, but being able to open that up, not only to bring fish through, but to step back here, if you need to deal with anything, you've got this large platform on the back, the offshore bracket, but you can walk around on that. And today it was calm enough, we were able to just walk right back there and move around on that and even land the fish from that platform and bring them right through the door. So it was really nice to have that on both sides of the stern of the boat here. Just take a quick closer look right now at this rear station. One thing I forgot to mention is that we have the Yamaha Helm Master, which is basically what it looks like, a joystick, which allows you to come up to dock and just control this boat around all these other boats a lot more safely and easily. But you still have all your controls for both motors here, your kicker motor, and you also have a bow thruster on this boat as well. So maneuvering this large boat around could not be any easier. It really takes a lot of the captaining out. That's why he's able to do it, because, you know, he's kind of getting older. And captaining out of it. Wow. Mentioned we have the 2 forward doors up front on either side, but here is the rear sliding door, which is nice. Gives you access to the cabin from back here. Got a nice workstation here, and there's a fridge under here which has tons of water in it. We actually have some of our salmon in there that we caught in water, but it's just nice having the fridge on board. On the port side of the boat, we got a nice bench seat, and you can get these things configured so many different ways, it's crazy. Another bench seat on the starboard side, and then these really nice chairs up front, so both the captain and the passenger have these chairs that are suspension seats, fully adjustable, with the bolsters that fold back, so if you want to stand, you've got a leaning place or sit a bit higher. Of course, we've got some waders. We've been out fishing. This boat is fished hard. This is a used boat for sure, but Look at this area up here. This is so awesome. Everything's at your fingertip. You've got dual 16-inch Garmin screens. Again, you got the bow thruster controls. We have all of our buttons and switches. And there is the other unit, the Helm Master for Yamaha. And you've got autopilot on here, which I got to see today. And it's just amazing how easy, I won't say easy, but just how nice and how everything works together. All the radios integrated, switches are all integrated. You can use your phone, there's apps. Just a beautiful helm up here on this boat, and everything's laid out very nicely. We've got dual VHF radios up top. And then we'll take a look down in here in the berth. We've got a sink with about, I believe it's around 20 gallons of fresh water. We also have a head. And then you have a bed as well with a mattress that comes out. And I actually took a nap down there on the way back, so that was really nice. Tons of storage down here as well. Here's your breakers and your fuses down here in the berth as well. So everything's just cleanly laid out. This is a fishing machine. Now that was a very quick and dirty walk around of this boat, but as you can see, it's a boat that gets fished out of quite a bit. This is actually hole number 1 for the 34 Atlas, and it's a brand new boat in their lineup for 2025. And if you're a hardcore angler that wants to get a bit more range out of a boat, go offshore, handle rough waters, especially here in the Northwest, this is an amazing option. Now, they're gonna range in price. It's over $700,000. I mean, this thing it's top of the line. It doesn't get any better than that. And I can say after fishing out of it, some of the things that I was very impressed with, how easily, even at around 4,000 RPMs, we were still running into the 30s. And I think you can get all the way up into the 50s with this boat. You've got tons of room to walk around. It's very stable because it is so wide. And it just cut through any area where we had a little chop out there on the water, and I know it's gonna handle even bigger water than that. So I would love to come back. Hopefully they'll have me back and I get to fish out of this boat a bit more, because one day is just not enough. If you like this content, be sure to subscribe to the channel, and as always, thanks for watching.